dominate every single event.
Final event we're going to go to is the hurdles. Starting off with the boys 110-meter hurdles, you have the state champion Terry Smith from Independence High School taking it again, getting 15.39 seconds and first place in the qualifying rounds. You're going to be excited to see him tomorrow in the finals. But then you also have Jacob Talley from Heritage getting 15.65, Trevor Perks from Wakeland getting 16.13, and then you also have, rounding out the top 8, Nicholas Porter from Heritage, Austin Bob from Wakeland, Hayden McFarland from Heritage, Chinoso Arenze from Lebanon Trail, and then finally Ryan Ross from Lone Star High School getting a time of 18.75.
And we were talking about the 110-meter hurdles with potential state records, state championships being won there. But on the girls' side in the 100-meter hurdles, Simone Watkins has been one character we've been talking about all day long for Frisco High School. She is on track to break the state record. We've been watching that very closely, and her qualifying run for tomorrow's final is 15.27 in 100 hurdles, beating the second-place finisher by a full second, which is Sloan Wagner from Lone Star, followed by Michaela Johnson from Lebanon Trail, Jada Sleet from Reedy, Olivia Sward from Wakeland, Kayla Johnson from Memorial, Lauren Thompson from Frisco High School, and Madeline Frick from Reedy. So there's going to be a lot to see, especially in the hurdles and the 100-meter dash from Simone Watkins, because she has just shown that she shines in her element whenever those hurdles are in her path.
And that's your FSN HQ recap over the racing and field events that have gone on over the past couple of hours today. We're going to be back with you tomorrow. I'm Peter Chung.
I'm Eli Burke.
Welcome back. And what you just missed or maybe saw in the right-hand corner of your screen was Colleen Stegman with a time of 11 minutes and a couple of seconds. First place as expected. A great job by her. An amazing race, very close in the beginning but kind of thinned out at the end, and you see the final 100 for many of these girls. Great effort by all of them, and amazing to see all of them working real hard. Coming up, we have the boys 3200. Like we said, we expect to see a Reedy sweep of this event. So, who other to pick than Wyatt Wingard? He has the best qualifying time, and not only that, he is a regional, state qualified cross-country runner and one of the best in the district. It'll be exciting to watch, and we can't wait to bring it to you. While these girls finish out the 2400, us here in the booth are going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back for the boys 2400. You're watching the Frisco Sports Network, presented by Mascot Media. And we welcome you back inside the historic Frisco ISD Memorial Stadium for the 2019 UIL District 9 5A track meet. We are about to witness the boys 2400 finals. Seating in first place was Wyatt Wingard, and he is our favorite for this meet. He ran a time of about 9:30 and had a very good cross-country season, getting all the way to the state meet, something not a lot of people can say, and a really impressive feat. Alongside him are his teammates, Cameron Hunter and Luke Lawson, as well as Nick Hendricks from Wakeland, Kevin Curry from Frisco, Stephen Armadias from Independence, Zachary Moore from Liberty, Nadi Enright from Wakeland, Peter Corrigan from Independence, Lucas Small from Liberty, Karan Pada from Centennial, Pierce Rupert from Liberty, Gannon Hall from Heritage, Grant Abel from Independence, Wakefield Thomas from Heritage, Kanaboya Dinish from Lone Star, Jaydeep Gola from Lone Star, Michael O'Hare from Wakeland, Kyler Steele from Centennial, and Josiah Asmaram from Heritage. We are about to get underway.
And your pick was Wyatt Wingard?
Yes.
I think I'm going to go with the Independence guy. His name is Steven Armendariz.
And they are off. Wyatt Wingard and Cameron Hunter both close in seed times as well as starting. It is a very big pack, however, we must remember it's a very long race. Remember, 8 laps around this track equals 2 miles, and the race for the 3,200 meter. Up ahead, surprising everyone, is Frisco's Kevin Curry. He had a seed time of 9:53. That's almost 30 seconds more than Wyatt Wingard's seed time of 9:27. However, the question is, will he be able to keep that up? Again, this is a long race, and we are only entering in the first minute. Closely behind him is Centennial's, that is Centennial's Karan Pada, followed by Cameron Hunter of Reedy and Wyatt Wingard of Reedy, and then Nick Hendricks of Wakeland. The pack is thinning out, however, instead of making smaller packs, it's making one long line as Cameron Hunter passes Pada from Centennial. Wyatt Wingard also passes Pada, and so does Hendricks as they advance. The question is, will they be able to pass Frisco's Kevin Curry before the conclusion of this race? Curry has a pretty sizable lead now going into the second minute, and behind him is the rest of the pack. It'll be interesting to see if he can keep up this lead as we go into 6 laps remaining.
What a tight race from Reedy, Wakeland, Heritage, and Independence right now. I just see a lot of position changes right now. I see from Independence, Kevin Armendariz. He's trying to pick up speed, trying to change his position, trying to get that top 3 ranking in this race.
Armendariz, as you said, passes Heritage's Gannon Hall.
But it looks like Gannon Hall is actually taking back his lead.
Cameron Hunter and Wyatt Wingard staying very close, however, not making up any ground against Kevin Curry. Could we see an upset here?
I think we can see it. He has the momentum. He has the pace to finish this race basically in first place. And I believe that, when it comes to this types of race, if you're going to try and change your position, you're going to have to stick to the pace that you're going in. If you slow down or anything, you're going to lose your position. And that's what's going to be costly here.
Another thing to look out for is if Curry gets cocky. If he thinks, oh, I'm so far ahead I can slow down a little bit. He didn't want to do that because Wyatt and Cameron can take you over like that. So it's very important that he maintains his lead. We're going into 5 laps remaining. We are almost halfway done and entering and we're halfway through the 4th minute.
what a tight race still from Reedy, Wakeland, Heritage, and Independence.
All these guys keeping together in the pack, and these are the smaller packs I was talking about where they are kind of grouping together, using each other to stick together, and it looks as if Heritage's, that is Gannon Hall, will, Josiah Asmaram is passing Hendricks and the Independence runner. Wyatt passes Cameron Hunter as he hopes to make up some ground that he's losing to Curry, as the lead is gaining by Curry, not softening, which we expected to happen.
And as we see of both of those Reedy teammates, do you think they're actually trying to compete here, or they're trying to finish both together at the same time?
I would hope they're trying to compete, but they may be using each other to push off of each other, kind of hopefully gain each other's ground. As you see, Cameron Hunter kind of speeding ahead of Wyatt Wingard. And we are halfway through this race as Kevin Curry has a pretty sizable lead. Kevin Curry currently has a 4-second lead. However, in track and field, we cannot emphasize enough, 4 seconds is the difference between a state record and some district records. So it is very different between the two. There is nothing happening to this lead that Kevin Curry has created, and it very well might end up in a Curry and, most importantly, Frisco victory.
And also, I could see that close race between Reedy, Wakeland, Heritage, and Independence. They're losing ground here, all of them. It looks like Reedy's just going to take it to the top. But as we see, the one guy from Frisco, Kevin Curry, he's gaining a lot of ground here. He's keeping up his pace. There's only 3 laps remaining. He's just going.
Kevin Curry currently has a 7-second lead. This lead is growing, and it's growing dramatically. It looks as if he will come out on top for this event, something that Wyatt Wingard, I think, did not expect.
But hold on, it looks like Nick Hendricks is trying to take the lead, trying to beat those 2 Reedy kids, man.
He's been sticking in the huddle, however, it looks like he's surging through.
He's putting his final stretch in.
He has and it looks like Cameron Hunter will stick with him, and Wyatt will bring up the rear as they are going into 2 laps remaining. We are 3/4 of the way through. If any time's the time to push through, it is now. Nick Hendricks again taking the lead against Hunter and Wingard. However, they are closely following behind him. Hendricks hoping he can catch up, but it might not be enough.
And I believe Hendricks might be tired from this. Of course, he had to beat Reedy, and he had to beat that lead and that pace. But of course, it takes a hefty toll on your body, because think about it. The weather's kind of cold. It's kind of windy. Not only that, you're gasping for air. Man, I would be out of breath right now.
Well, Curry currently has a 10-second lead, and you see Wyatt now it looks like he's full-on sprinting. He, I don't know if he wasn't using his energy before or what, but he is really taking off now, hoping he can somehow digress this lead that he has on him.
And it looks like Hendricks is not giving in. He wants to earn that 3rd place spot.
Wyatt has closed the gap to a 5-second lead. It is getting really close as we are about to go into. We are currently in 1.5 laps remaining, and it is getting very close as Wyatt is coming up the rear with 8. We're going into the 9th minute. Wyatt is full on sprinting. He does not want Curry. I don't know if Curry knows or not, but Wyatt does not want this win to go to Curry.
And he has to give it his all, too. He has to risk everything here so he can gain that spot of number 1.
I think Curry knows now. He looks like he's going a little bit faster. This gap is closing. There is 1 lap remaining, and the lead is down to 2 seconds. Wyatt really has done a great job of closing this gap between them. Wyatt lapping a Heritage runner, and it is really going to come down to the wire.
Now, with all this pressure and all that, there could possibly be an injury that these racers possibly can gain, and that can be a huge cost in this last lap.
We have half a lap remaining. The gap is currently at 1.5 seconds. Anything could happen. However, it looks like Curry will sprint the rest of this, and Wyatt is gassed. However, not giving up. We are 9:15 right now, and this lead does not look like it's going anywhere. In fact, it looks like Curry might be beating him, and Wyatt is just not happy about trying to get any last attempt that he can. However, Curry will take home the victory, finishing at a time of 9:35. That's almost 15 seconds better than the seed time. Wyatt will finish at 9:40. That is 15 seconds worse than the seed time. Coming in third is Cameron Hunter, the second seed, who finished about 9:45, which is 12 seconds worse than his seed time. Coming in fourth is Nick Hendricks. Fifth is Heritage's Thomas Wakefield. Or sorry, no, he is still running. There is no one close except for fifth from Independence.
Stephen Amendrius.
Stephen Amendrius. He will get fifth.
Now, as we know, this is only the preliminaries, but finals, which is tomorrow, is going to be something, of course.
So this is finals. These are teams actually earning points, actually doing great work for their team. You see Coach Cole coming up and congratulating, not even the cross-country coach, but coming up and congratulating both Wyatt and Cameron on a great race. The Frisco coach obviously coming up and congratulating not only his kid, but also the Reedy kids. An amazing race, great teamwork and bonds between all these racers. Obviously no bad blood because, again, like we were saying earlier, it's all one Frisco, not just Reedy versus Frisco.
Thank you for correcting me there.
It looks like the Heritage runner that is Josiah Asmaram may be hurt. They have a trainer working with him, but we hate to see those injuries, so we do hope he feels better. And we're glad to see that these racers coming in now are really pushing strong, not giving up, not just kind of faking an injury, pushing through, and that's kind of the spirit of Frisco ISD athletics that the district wants to push. And this will conclude the boys 3,200 meter run. We will have the rest of the preliminary events for the sprints and hurdles coming up in just a minute, coming up on the Frisco Sports Network, presented by Mascot Media. We'll be right back. And we're going to direct your attention to the podium as the ceremony for the girls 3,200 is currently occurring. and we welcome you back to the historic Frisco ISD Memorial Stadium here in Frisco, Texas. You're watching the Frisco Sports Network presented by Mascot Media as we bring you today's coverage of the 2019 UIL District 9 5A Championship. Coming up for you, we have the girls 200-meter dash. And let's go ahead and preview the first of our 4 heats. In lane 1, we have Kaylin Love from Lebanon Trail. In lane 2, Kiara Hackett from Liberty. In lane 3, Myra Bell from Independence. In lane 4, Madison Jeffries from Reedy. In lane 5, Presley Money from Wakeland. In lane 6, Caitlin Bradford from Heritage. And in lane 7, Alexis Gums from Centennial. It's going to be a great race, and we can't wait to bring it to you.
Who do you think will come out on top here, though?
My early predictions are Frisco Reedy's Madison Jeffries, a seed time of 24.86. That's a safe bet considering that's almost 2 whole seconds faster than any other seed time. However, again, you can't count out anyone because, like we learned in the last race, I can't guarantee that. Giving you a shot today of the Frisco Fair going on now at the Frisco Fresh Market. Obviously, the Ferris wheel, a great sight to see. Only will be there for a limited time. So,
have you been there already, though?
I haven't.
Man, we got to get our tickets now, then.
I guess so.
As we're waiting for marks to be set, so they'll be ready to go.
As we wait for the racers to get set, we bring you down to the podium for the presentation of the trophies for the boys 3,200 meter race. Scratch that. We're actually going to send you down to the southwest corner. Southeast corner for the first heat of the girls 200-meter dash. This is the final event for today's preliminaries. Again, you can join us tomorrow for the finals of the sprints and hurdles. They're ready. They're set. And they're off. It is really close coming around this corner, as it should be. As this race will be determined in a matter of seconds. Again, Madison Jeffries off to an early lead going into the final 100, and that lead is only growing as she finishes. But Wakeland's Jessica Hanshaw is gaining on her. Wakeland's Presley Money tries to catch up but cannot. Maston Jeffries will take the win in this first heat. We direct your attention back to the southwest corner for the second heat of the preliminary 200-meter dash, with Kami Green in the first lane from Frisco, Andrea Levy-Montiel from Liberty, Jamaria Coleman from Lone Star, Simone Watkins, our runner to watch, in lane 4 from Frisco, Brianna Brown, our FSN's very own, in lane 5, Mercedes Hall from Independence in lane 6, and Jessica Hanshaw in lane 7. My favorite is Simone Watkins, but Brianna Brown is a close second. How about you?
I think I'm going for Brianna Brown here. She has been showing a lot so far this whole day, and I believe she's not stopping. So it's the final event as well.
That's actually my exact reasoning for Simone Watkins. She has been dominating in every event, whether it's been hurdles or sprints. She has showed who's boss, and I think she's going to do the exact same in this race. They are ready. They're set. And they're off. Simone Watkins off to an early lead, overtaking Brianna Brown and Jessica Hanshaw, and Mercedes Hall as she's coming around this corner is very close, though, between 5 of these girls. However, no one is even close to Simone Watkins. Mercedes Hall is in second place. Brianna Brown is in third. From Lone Star, it's Jamira Coleman in fourth, but she's falling off. Brianna Brown looks like she might take second, but first, no one other than Simone Watkins. As we said, she has been a dominant force throughout the day, and that did not stop tonight. We're going to direct your attention back to the southwest corner for the third heat of the preliminary 200-meter dash. In lane 2, it's Maggie McGrath from Lebanon Trail. In lane 3, it's Sophie Williams from Reedy. In lane 4, it's Sane Ford from Liberty. In lane 5, it's Samaya O'Neill from Heritage. In lane 6, it's Kiara Trailer from Wigland. And in lane 7, it's Alexis Barnett from Frisco. My personal prediction is Ford Sane. Again, that fourth lane is always the runner to watch. However, it is very possible, because the difference is only a matter of 0.9 seconds, that Samaya O'Neill might overtake her and win this event.
And that's my pick is actually O'Neill, and I feel like she can make a strong effort in trying to win this competition.
And they're off, but is a false start, maybe a false gunshot, not exactly sure, but they are going to reset.
And the tension here is building here. All these racers just want to win.
This is true, and when you have the anticipation, it gets in their head and might cause them to make bad mistakes, such as a false start. They just want to get going. Oh, and it looks as if they've disqualified Reedy's Sophie Williams for the false start. She does not seem too happy about it. That's really unfortunate. We hate to see that. And we know she was a great racer, runner, so to see that breaks our hearts here at FSN. Nonetheless, they're going to get underway.
They're getting their marks set.
Jumping a little bit, stretching a little bit, doing everything they can, and they're ready. They're set. And they're off, but it looks as if there's a false start, and that might mean that from lane 5, Samaya O'Neill might be disqualified. We're not quite sure. It looks like they're going to go without disqualifying her.
I think they gave her a warning.
Yes. And they're ready. This might be the case because there was the gunfire. We're not sure, but another false start might mean that Samaya this time will be DQ'd. We're not quite sure of the ruling, but I believe this to be the case, that, you know, one was like, I don't quite understand track.
I think it's this. You get 2 warnings, and that's it. I don't think you get any more than that. If you mess up those 2 warnings, you're disqualified. And as we saw there, that runner from Reedy did not. She basically
Looks like
got
they're
those
going to
2
continue
warnings.
with O'Neill. Again, maybe one was more severe than the other, or maybe one included back talk to the ref. I'm not quite sure. All we know is O'Neill will be racing and Williams will not. They're ready, they're set, and they're off. O'Neill getting an early lead. However, like we said, Ford is coming in strong. Like a Mustang, she rounds that corner, and it is really close between Ford and O'Neill, but O'Neill has the advantage, and it looks like she is going to take the cake for this one, as O'Neill wins the second heat of the 200-meter
And there goes my
dash.
pick. And she did just magnificent from the start and from the finish. Of course, there was that girl from Liberty, but she basically she did everything she could. She put long strides into it, and she finished strong.
And coming up is the final heat of the 200-meter run. We're going to direct your attention to the southwest corner where we're going to introduce in lane 2, Jasmine Joseph from Lebanon Trail. In lane 3, Somer Shepard from Heritage. In lane 4, Brianna Johnson from Memorial. In lane 5, Kaylin Jackson from Lone Star. In lane 6, Courtney Chandler from Lone Star. And in lane 7, Lydia Roos from Centennial. My pick for this race is Memorial's Brianna Johnson, and can hopefully bring a win to, again, the newly founded Memorial Warriors. They are ready. They're set. And they're off. They are quickly coming around this corner. It is really close between Heritage, Liberty, and Lone Star, lanes 3, 4, and 5. That is Shepard, Johnson, and Jackson. They are really close, but Johnson seems to come out on top, and no one can catch up to her, as Johnson from Memorial does get the victory in this race. A great job to her. Now we're moving on to the final event of the night. It is the boys 200-meter dash.
Who is the contestants here?
Lining up the first heat of the boys 200-meter dash, we have Perot Tabsy from Lone Star, Jacoby Bullock from Memorial. We have Julian Loaiza from Wakeland. We have Kobe Sample from Reedy. We have Davian Woolen from Wakeland. We have Jaden Leno from Independence, and we have Keone Trailer from Independence.
Who's your pick?
Who's my pick? I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it a secret.
I think Mr. Trailer from Independence might win it out here. Sure, he has the slowest. I feel like he has one of the slowest times, but I think he can pull it off here.
My opinion is that that's biased. I'm sorry, you're an Independence kid. I think that's biased. My personal opinion, again, in the fourth lane, is Reedy's Cody Sample. They're off. Cody Sample has a pretty sizable lead, and it looks like he will finish this one out in front of everyone. No one really getting close to him.
He's looking like
And-
Usain Bolt out here.
A great run for Kobe Sample as he finishes almost 2 seconds, or almost a second before everyone else. Really great race by him. Looks like he may be out of gas or tired or something, but he will need to eventually get off the track, and it looks like he does after catching his breath, which is good to see. Rather him be healthy than injured. Previewing the second race of the preliminaries, we have Kevin Burrell in the first heat from Heritage. In the second lane, we have Ridge Texada from Centennial. In the third lane, Jonathan Bone from Liberty. In the fourth lane, Thomas Donley from Lebanon Trail, my personal pick for this race. In the fifth lane, we have Charlie Burkhart from Wakeland. In the sixth lane, we have Brandon Spencer from Lone Star. And in the seventh lane, we have David Alexander from Frisco. They are ready.
They're going to stretch, but they're ready.
Donley showing a lot of power in previous races. Let's see what we can provide today as they are off, and it looks to be a false start possibly, and it looks as if they're going to let it slide. As official ruling, they're going to let it slide. As they get ready. They're set. And they're off. Julie Thomas sprinting and showing why he is the favorite in this race, getting far ahead of anyone, even though he didn't necessarily have the curve advantage over Lane 2 Centennial's Texada Ridge.
And Lebanon Trail is just what a race. Whoa.
Julie really showing us the power he has and how fast he can run. An amazing racer from Lebanon Trail. Really something that LT should be proud of. Esteban, would you like to preview the fourth race for us?
Yes, I will, actually. So, in lane 1, we have Parker Dom, who goes to Frisco, Lebanon. We have Kendrick Price, that goes to Independence. Ronald Owens from Lebanon Trail. Travis Senna from Reedy. Russell Meggie from Heritage. Evan Stewart from Liberty. And to round it off, Clayton Isaac from Memorial.
Now, call me biased, but my pick for this is Travis Senna. Sorry. I think he has shown a lot of power in the relays, and I think that's what we're going to see from him in this race and show why he's a pivotal power to this race. If you watch him in the relays, he really brought back Reedy almost to winning that relay, so he'll be an important key part to Reedy's success. They are ready.
I'm going for Russell McGee here.
They're set. And they're off.
As they're coming in from the corner.
As they're coming around the corner, it looks as if Frisco and Centennial are really close. These are, but it looks as if Frisco will take it out. That was John Lilly. We have to apologize there. That was the wrong heat. We have one more heat with all those that we listed before. The previous heat consisted of Jordan Dupree, Glenn McAboo, Kevin Wright, John Lilly, Chris Stevenson, Max Dodson, and Jaden Butts. Now going on into the fourth heat, in which I do believe that Travis Senna will demolish and destroy.
I believe so that he could win, but we do have Russell Meggie from Heritage, and those two have been going at it. Of course, their times are 23.05 and 23.08, 4 seconds off.
It'll be a very close race, and a bad and 0.1 might make the difference. We are ready. The final heat of the day. We are set. And they're off.
And Maggie coming around from the corner.
All of them very close when you take into account the curve advantage. However, it looks like Liberty is ahead. This is Evan Stewart, who is, and Sena is going to try to pass. It is going to be really close, but will Sena do it? No, and that will the winner of the event will be Evan Stewart of that heat. This concludes Frisco Sports Network's coverage of the first day of the 2019 UIL District 9 5A track meet. We are glad you stuck with us for either part of the day or all of the day, and we hope that you join us tomorrow for the finals of the relays and the sprints, as well as some of the field events. Again, I'm Christian Dutcher, along with
Esteban Talavera here,
signing off for the Frisco Sports Network, presented by Mascot Media. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
peace out.
So we still have another full day of track for this district meet for boys and girls. And so thank you for all the people that helped, and Frisco ISD appreciates you coming out and supporting the athletes. And remember, drive safely on the way home, and we'll see you next time.